Hey y'all. Okay, so I have been doing a lot of Christmas decorating and now I'm ready to do some more winter planters. I have two that I'm going to be working on today. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up, and make sure you run over and check me out on TikTok. Okay, so my daughter, my mom, and I recently went to a vintage market in McKinney. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I bought this antique or vintage grain bin. I ended up getting it for $55. It's a really good size, so you can kind of see, I mean, this is not a small bin. It's all metal, rusted out. It does have a hole at the very bottom. I'm not sure what it was used for in the past. They had it labeled as a grain bin, but who knows? I'm very excited about that. And I'm going to be replanting this guy right here. Remember, this is some type of well bucket, something or other that I bought at Luckett's up in Virginia. It is vintage antique of some type with a stand. It has a rounded bottom, which is beautiful with like a metal cap. It did really well for my fall blooms, but now I'm going to pull all those out, and this is actually going to get filled with all silk branches, faux branches. This is going to get filled with all fresh blooms. Let me show you where I'm going to put them. Okay, there's where I'm thinking. This area has bulbs, perennials, that type of stuff in there, so I don't feel like, you know, it's not going to fill in at all during the season. It's just going to be, you know, empty. So I thought if I put the bin there and fill it with some beautiful plants for the winter, I thought that that might look really, really good. So let me show you what I'm going to be doing inside that planter. Okay, first off, I'm going to be putting in a ton of daffodils that I got from, I think these are Home Depot. These nice big bulbs, they're great. And it is a mix. I'm going to be putting a layer of those in there as well. And then I'm going to be topping it with some other different stuff that should do really well. Hardy Annual. This is stock. I bought these from Home Depot as well, and I bought this particular plant because it has 3 different colors, and it has a dark purple, has a white, and has a mid pink. And so I'm going to put those in there as well. I also have this big awesome white cabbage that I got from Homegrown in Farmersville, another purple kale, which I've been utilizing in multiple places on my other planters, so I think that that'll look really pretty. And then I have a variety of violas and some pansies and such to tuck in as well, which I think will look really good. Oh, I also forgot, I need to get this hellebore in the ground. This is a Winter Jewels Black Diamond. I have hellebores over here. I have one there, I have a couple back there, so I could tuck another one back in there as well. I really did enjoy my hellebores last winter into early spring. They were beautiful, and I had a fun time cutting on them for arrangements. All right, but let's get this filled up and get going. These bulbs need to be planted 6 inches deep. So I put in a layer of dirt. Now I'm going to spread out my bulbs on top, and then I'll add more dirt to that. And I'm really going for this, you guys, on these bulbs. Here's the pointy side, here's the root side. So I'm going to nestle those down. All right, but I'm definitely like filling these in real good. Okay. I want this to be a burst of color in the spring. That one's rotten. If you ever feel any that are soft, this guy's just really soft and mushy. That's rotted. Don't put it in with the rest of them. Don't add rot to the soil. All right. All right, only one soft rotten bulb in the mix. Gonna aim for tall at the back. It's my tail. I'm gonna need to be gentle when I'm moving stuff away, because obviously I've got my daffodils back there. All right, let's do this ornamental, I believe it's ornamental cabbage, kale, I'm not sure. And I'm going to angle this guy a little bit. So it kind of spills over the edge. All right, next I'm going to work in the stalk. A lot of people grow stock from seed. I've never had luck with it from seed, unfortunately. So I was really happy to see these at Home Depot today. And these are hardy annuals. They should do great over the winter as long as they're well watered. Okay, I'm also going to tuck in some of these berries to tie into the other planters that I've got going. Just to kind of tie them in for the holidays, and then I'll pull these out at the end of the holiday season. Okay, so I'm also going to plant up this planter right here with a variety of pansies and violas. I think that'll look really good. And you can kind of see the repetition in the plants from planter to planter. I think it's going to look nice. Let's get started. A lot of these pansies, I've left them sitting out for a while. You can deadhead pansies if you want to keep them blooming longer, which you can tell I haven't done on these as of late, so I'll have to keep after that. Kind of thinking about, maybe I should put my hellebores here. No, I'm gonna plant it in the ground. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, next I'm gonna get this one cleaned out, but I'm gonna leave the soil in it. Okay, I'm gonna leave the purple fountain grass in here. And then I'm just gonna take these silk or faux pegs and work them into here.
Just put them in the fridge.
Yes, sir. My dad's dropping off some drinks for us. And keep this one simple and soft, but then I don't have to worry about watering this throughout the season. I think that looks fun. Okay, let's take a look at everything. I love this one. It looks fabulous. It's got the purple kale in there, purple pansies, white blotch pansies. I have a purple center. This nice large cabbage kale. Got all the stalk tucked in. And then I tucked in one of my berry branches that's also in my planters up front, just to kind of tie it in a little bit. And the planters up front also have the cabbage, the purple kale, those type of items as well, to kind of all tie in nicely. I like the overall look of that. Look at that. So pretty. And that was just a bare spot in the front yard, or in the front garden. Then I went ahead and filled in this little terracotta planter. I filled it in with some sweet little pansies, and look at these little violas. Oh, super cute. ties in really well with this planter down here. This is also filled with tons of daffodil bulbs, and don't forget I filled this with about 40 daffodil bulbs as well. So these will be beautiful in the spring. And then over here, I don't want this guy out in the elements, like where it's just gonna get rained on, and right here it's covered. Because it's wood, I don't want it to swell and bust. I don't know, I might be being crazy. I mean, it probably was utilized for water of some type in the past, but I'm just not willing to put it out there right now. And so I kept a purple fountain grass I had in there because I'm actually hoping that it dries out. I think it would look really pretty. In this planter right here, the purple fountain grass is drying out, but I went ahead and tucked all my winter ones in, and I think it turned out really cute. So I think if this dies out too, that's fine. And then I put in all of these silk and faux winter branches, and I think that's an excellent greeting right there at the front porch. Okay. Okay, can you believe I'm still planting? I know. It's exciting. So really love that grain bin that I just got. I think it fills the space beautifully. I also think I can maneuver it around to different places, backyard, front yard, side yard, whatever, and utilize it for a lot of different things. And then of course this bin that I've had since the summer, and then this sweet little terracotta pot with stand that I found off of Facebook Marketplace. It's how I like to find my things, you guys. I don't want to buy a bunch of new pots. I love utilizing vintage, antique, found, garage sale things. Much more cost effective for my gardening budget. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.